Title of this video is Big Businesses and Government are benefiting from this COVID-19, this coronavirus thing. They are truly benefiting from this, man, and I'm gonna explain to you in this video what happened. And you can look up sources, you can Google up some sources, and you will see that what I'm telling you is true. But first off, okay, let's rewind back in 2008 when they passed the bailouts, when George Bush was still president. George Bush Jr. was still president. So what did they do? They passed bailouts, and they gave those bailouts to basically banks. The big banks got the bailouts. The CEOs got paid, okay, because that money paid for the housing crisis to quote unquote save everybody, just like what they're saying here in the coronavirus thing. And CEOs of the companies got paid, and some of them went to prison, because they went on extremely lavish vacations, and they took out enormous amount of money. Everybody's suffering in 2008, and they lost their job. People lost their jobs. There was a massive recession, and really big cat like CEOs went on vacation, and they actually bought like I remember that one person, I can't remember his name, but he's either like a big cat manager, or like a governor or something. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but he got in trouble for spending money on his office. He basically bought like brand new stuff, like brand new this, brand new that, brand new tables, chairs, like the whole thing renovated, like his own office, like his own room and things like that. And while at the same time, the employees working under him are getting fired left, right, and center, man. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember that clearly back in 2008 or 2010 or something like that. This is right around there. You can probably Google it up. It's probably still available there on the internet, but I clearly remember that shit. And man, bailout. There's like when Bush was president. I was going to I was doing some college courses back then, and I was even like way back then, and I was already in college and shit, and I was still in the service too, like during that time. And I was like looking at the news, and I'm like, man, these people are full of it, man. And lo and behold, I was right. Okay, everybody thought I was wrong, but I was right. Everybody was like, oh, buy a new house because oh, we got this freaking bailout thing, everything is gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Don't worry about the housing market. Blah blah blah. Stick to the house. And then I have a cousin that's living here, living here in the Ventura County. They end up, her and her husband ended up losing their house. They ended up like going somewhere else, freaking relocating somewhere near the city, and used their parents' credit score because of their freaking bad spending habits. And there's a recession too. They freaking both got like 8 or 7 credit cards or some shit under their name, and spending like it's nothing. Spending money like it's freaking like it's oxygen or something, man. So that's very typical nowadays. It's like freaking nowadays most people here in America have very irresponsible spending habits. And now you're looking at these this coronavirus thing, what is happening to people nowadays, and nobody's talking bad about this, and nobody's talking negative about this, and I'm like the only one in my family talking bad about this, and they're just like, oh, just social isolation, just stay inside, don't go anywhere, just buy what you need and go home, don't go in the park, don't do this, don't do that. While at the same time you're seeing people here in California, like there's kids running around in the park, teenagers jogging, running, playing sports, playing soccer. I live in a predominantly Latino community, so they're playing soccer in the weekends. The parents are walking their dogs, their quote-unquote baby, when I have kids these days, they just want to have babies, like dogs. They call their dogs babies. Fat people walking around the park thinking they're a 10, like a freaking 4 or a 3. Woman thinking she's a 10. She gives you that look, like every time you go in the park, like you're passing by, like me, like driving my car. They give you that look. They're like, who the hell are you? Like, who the hell are you looking at me? Look at me in my yoga pants. Oh, look at me. I'm a 10. I'm an 11. I'm a 12. When you look at them, they're like freaking Ghostbusters, freaking looking fat pieces of shit, freaking wearing yoga pants and shit. Not caring about your health is demonic, man. That's what it is. It is demonic because corpora is your body and soul, as they say, the temple, they call it the temple of God, the Christians don't call it the temple of God, but what it is has been corrupted. They are thinking that they manipulated people into thinking that the quote-unquote temple of God is the church. It's not really the church. The temple of God is your body, okay? That's why, have you ever remember in like medieval England, they're like, this person might, if somebody's like sick, they're like, this person might have had like caused a lot of sins. This person is a sinner, blah blah blah, and then they bring the freaking priest or something to make him confess his sins or some shit like that. So I mean, the people and their loony bins are like all over the place. But real spirituality, like, could see right through this BS, man, right through the BS of what these NPCs are doing, They give you half truth, okay? It's exactly what they did. Is they gave you half truth, and that's why you're confused. There is something right about what they told you about religion, but most of it is like BS, man. It's just BS, sugar-coated, make you feel good, temporarily good kind of crap, sprinkled in with freaking punishments and fear-mongering. That's what it is. It's drama. It's exactly drama. You read the Holy Bible, it's exactly drama. It's not like all happy hairy shit, there's crucifixion, there's like death, there's torture, there's rape, okay, discriminating women, and at the same time, blaming men, blaming women, blaming everybody on, you're a sinner, you do this, you do that. It's kind of like the Bible, the way they wrote the Bible is kind of like good and evil mixed in together, like all over the goddamn place, and that's what they use. That's exactly their covert narcissistic tactic of push and pull, same as what some of the pickup artists are calling bait and switch. How they say bait and switch. That's a covert narcissistic tactic to lure somebody in, okay? Lure a person that you are attracted to, lure him in. You bait them, and then once they get close to you, you switch. But you don't switch fully. You just switch close enough to where they're second guessing themselves. They're creating some kind of confusion in their brain, thinking that, this person doesn't really hate me. This person just just did this, and they start making up things, filling up their brains with excuses, in your behalf, to benefit you, thinking that you are their ally, but in reality you're actually trying to harm them and things like that. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's kind of creating like a codependency. That's what it is. It's a seduction or something like that. It's called, if you want a fancy term, it's called, what was this term? Intermittent reinforcement. That's what it is, intermittent reinforcement. So what it is they're basically, this intermittent reinforcement thing, this terminology came from an experiment. I think you can look it up on YouTube and you'll see the experiment that they did. But what they did was they gave the monkeys like a stimulus, right? Like light, right? So every time the monkey hits the button or something, the food will come out, right? Food will come out, and then after that, they delayed they created a delay, to where sometimes the monkey would get the food every time they hit the button or something, or touch the light or something like that. I forgot what they did with the experiment, but that's kind of like have something to do with the light. And then sometimes they randomize the experiment. They make the monkey get the reward, which is the food, whenever the monkey hits the button. But sometimes at different times when the monkey hits the button, the monkey doesn't get anything. So what that did was it just made the monkey more motivated, and it turned on the reward centers like this in his brain, and he became addicted to, not to the food, but to the act of pushing the button or touching the light or something like that. So that's what it is. It's the main mechanism. This is what the powers that be are studying inside their labs and things like this. They're using scientists. They're paying scientists to conduct these experiments, so they can understand what's going on in our brains. Okay, they're trying to prime your animal behavior to take advantage of you, trying to turn you into an animalistic, agitated human being. Okay, that's what it is. It's basically making you codependent on them, and that's exactly what they're doing with this coronavirus thing. Okay, the scare tactic is like they give you a half truth. Okay, the numbers, I do think the numbers are very highly skewed. I do not believe that it's over 100,000 people infected like this in the United States in the past few weeks. It doesn't spread that fast, bro. Like, they're acting like as if freaking everybody's like kissing everybody out here, man. Like, this ain't the French. This ain't the freaking Italy. Even women don't want to touch you out here, man. They're not gonna hug you if they don't know you. They're not gonna touch you if they don't know you. And I do think Americans have some kind of a OCD a little bit on, when it comes to handshaking and stuff like that. They're not gonna shake your hand unless they know you. They would shake your hand if it's a business deal, if it's like employment. Okay, if you're applying for a job, if they're congratulating you on a job well done, yeah, anniversaries, yeah, they're freaking, that's custom, that's American tradition and shit. That's typical American, yada 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 kind of soy boy kind of thing, touchy-feely kind of thing. But as far as like kissing and like hugging and shit like that, beso beso kind of thing, nah man, nah. These motherfuckers will even sue you for, they'll sue you for fucking harassment if you are touching shit, man. Look at that fucking NPC. There's so many places to cross, and then he chose the time I'm passing to freaking cross and shit. Freaking NPCs, man. I'm gonna head up the other side. I'm gonna take you out on a trip a little bit out here. Same route, I'm just like taking different direction and stuff like that. So you know, this coronavirus thing is really reminiscent of the 2008 bailouts, the quantitative easing that also happened right there. And also Obama was doing that thing, man. And the thing you gotta realize is this, okay? The thing you gotta realize is this. The more, this is basic economics. If you've taken economics 101 in college, you already know this. What I'm about to tell you is, you know, you already know this. Every time it's a basic, okay, it bleeds out of a, I mean, it doesn't bleed, it is a, I don't think the bleed terminology is what I'm trying to, what I should use to describe this thing, but it's like, more like a leak kind of thing, you know. So the leak kind of thing is the flow through of whatever leaks from the supply and demand concept. The more of the dollars that you print and inject into the economy, okay, is the recession that's going to come out of this is even going to be massive. More than what we had before, okay? Because remember what they did with the bailouts. They handed out the they gave out the payments after the recession happened, okay? After they announced the recession, and now they're doing it, but they're not announcing the recession. And what did I tell you last year? We are already in a recession, and they're not announcing it. Did I not predict it? I've been telling you this since December last year, since even like earlier January last year when I had my channels, okay? Remember, I'm on my 4th channel, channel number 4. You know, I just changed my channel name so the freaking algorithm, YouTube algorithm couldn't follow me for shit. I'm still doing the same content, okay? Not charging you an arm and a leg, not charging you money at all, giving you good, real, truthful information, okay? The truth is not, you know, it doesn't have a price on it, man. Because we got conditioned in America to, you know, hey, if you want the truth, you gotta pay it. Pay for it. Pay for this, pay for that. This costs money, this costs money. Everything costs money. Nah. I don't think that's, you know, that's the right thing. Because what I'm trying to give you here is real logic. You know, it's the ability to see what is real from what is fake, okay? What is real and what is fake? It's true or false. That's what it is. That's basic logic. That's, you know. So the more they print out more of our dollar currency, you know, giving it out to businesses, billions, you know, like 50 billion to the airlines, or the airlines out here, the planes, you know, and then $1,000 checks to all other Americans, all other American workers. You know, how do you think they're gonna spend that money? They're still gonna go to the store and buy freaking TP, buy freaking water, man. This is already predictable, and they already price gouge everything. Okay, I remember when I went yesterday to the store just to see whoever the hell is freaking. I didn't buy anything. I just like went there to see who the hell is doing all this freaking shopping. And lo and behold, it's mostly senior citizens and women. It's like women. There's some men, but it's mostly women. You know, Walmart is price gouging, Walgreens, freaking all these stores are price gouging now. A bottle of water is now $2 here, man. In California, it's $2, bro. Before it's like $1.50, and then boom, it came up. It went up like 50 cents overnight, bro. And you're only limited to 2 jugs of water from Walgreens. This is California. This is what's happening in California, man. I'm not kidding. You can come here and confirm yourself. You know, you can call me a liar and all kinds of things. But you can come over here, Ventura County, and, you know, see it for yourself. What is what I've been telling you, man. They think that value is in money, when the real value is in natural resources. What is natural resources? Is water, is food, you know, food from the goddamn soil, food from, you know, the farms. Like, people are so lazy. They think that, you know, oh, I'm just gonna get a 9-to-5 simp job, and it's gonna pay for everything, for the house, for everything. These people are stupid, man. So, you know, the more of the dollars they print out, the more all of us suffer. Because why? The more the dollars that we have circulating in the market because of supply and demand, basic supply and demand in the economy, the less of that dollar value the dollar value will have, okay? You're gonna have, we're kind of like Venezuela, okay? I'm not saying exactly we're Venezuela, we're kind of like Venezuela. Kind of, meaning that, you know, you need a lot of Venezuelan money just to buy a bottled water over there, okay? Now we are becoming like Europe, you know, freaking socialist or something. And you still think Trump is a conservative? You need some major lobotomy or something, man. You need some major surgery in your brain because you're insane in the membrane, as the song says, man. I've been telling you this like last year. I've been telling you, like, it doesn't really matter who becomes president. What the powers that be wants to happen is going to happen. It doesn't matter if it's Obama, if it's liberal or conservative or independent or whoever the hell. The powers that be have a plan for all of us, okay? The satanic people, the powers that be, the quote-unquote 1%, who are actually in real power, who have more of the money that you are spending. You know, what they ultimately want is not money, it's control. That's why they're giving you these checks. They're giving you this freaking checks, these motherfucking checks. Because to them, money is nothing, bro. Money to them is not hard to get, because they're already getting billions, if not trillions, from their businesses, okay? And I'm talking about the big companies, the powers that be, you know, the real 1% out here. The Rockefellers, the Bilderbergs, and all kinds of things, man. A lot of people don't know this, but, you know, it's true. This is true, man. %, even smaller than 1% of the people actually control this country, man. It's not Trump. It's not Trump who's in charge. Somebody's coaching Trump behind the scenes. You ever notice the video with when a PDD came out? PDD and Trump came out, and PDD looks like he just been violated. He looks like he's been violated, man. Freaking PDD is like, I don't know, like, it looked like he'd been hit by Trump or something, you know. It looked like he just got out of a freaking gay porn or something, man. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he'd been violated or something like that. So he probably did behind the scenes. It probably did that shaming ritual. You see what I'm saying? They have a lot of satanic rituals, man. And I know about these things because I've been a targeted individual, and I was in the military, and I called them out on this BS. You know, I threatened their life, man. When they went after me, I don't know if you remember, like my old channels, I would record them like stalking me, like, you know, when I'm driving around like this, they would be following me from behind, and I would stop and I would try to record them, you know. And it was this one time I was buying like ammunition in the store, in the ammo store, okay, in the gun shop, and there's a guy who was like following me and shit. And then he was like, hey, the 9 mils are on sale, and the other place, they're on sale for blah 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 this much. So I'm like, how the hell did you know I'm looking at the 9 mils? I was like far from the rack, I'm like looking at the rack, but I'm not like looking at the 9 mils. I'm looking at kind of like all over the place, And then the guy started walking like a crab, he was like sidestepping, and then he quickly like ran out the store, tried to avoid me and shit, because he knows he got caught, man. These motherfuckers are probably working for, the CIA or some fucking covert, government operation or something, trying to call us, or trying to gather us veterans, trying to like spy on us and see what we're doing, shit, I'm not surprised, man. This is America. I'm not surprised. Like every company, okay, this is truth, this is factual. Every company in America, like wherever you work, every job in America, there's always a CID person, somebody who reports people, man. You don't believe me? Dig in your do your research, do your research on this thing. You don't believe me that what I just told you is true? That there's somebody in your company spying on everybody, who is actually working for the CIA or something like that, It's amazing what you can learn if you serve in the military, man. There's still a lot of things that I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you about the UFOs, things like that. I'm not telling you about the UFOs I've seen in Iraq. I'm not telling you about, I think I did talk about the story about the time I thought somebody was like freaking taking pictures of me in the dark or something, because there's always like a flash of light. Happens to be a freaking UFO or something like that, man. I haven't told you that story in this channel, but I did in my previous channels before. But the truth, this is the truth, man. I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn. They go after me, I don't give a damn, man. Got nothing to lose. So this coronavirus thing, man, everything I'm telling you is true. It's up to you whether you believe it or not. You still do your research. So somebody who's not, this is my question to you, viewer. If I'm actually lying to you, I'm not gonna tell you to research things. I'm not gonna tell you to, hey, verify this thing. But I'm the kind of person that actually tells you to, hey, look it up, man. Check things, do your own experiments. Try this out. You don't believe anything unless you try it, okay? So that's common sense right there. That's common sense. You're being a responsible consumer that way, and you're not just consuming information for shit. And I'm actually looking behind you in your back and looking after you. I'm actually mentoring you and finding out what is true. Because there's a lot of stupid conspiracy theorists out there, man. And then what they're teaching is not practical. It's just like, oh, just buy this program, and buy this course. And then the course is like $700, $800. Be a pickup artist. Oh, pick up all women. Oh, $3,000. $3,000 for that stupid freaking scam of a course. You can't convince a woman who is attractive to like you simply by gaming her, man. If you're ugly, if you're not rich, you're ugly and you're not rich, then you got nothing going on for you, man. That's what it is. Might as well get on the black pill. Might as well, do you. Might as well do you. Might as well ignore them, okay? And here's what's good about ignoring them. The more you ignore them, the more they care. You know, you don't believe me? Look at what a cat does. And who domesticated the cat? The reason why the cat is the way she is, covert and like, you know, all like sometimes the cat would like you, sometimes the cat would like, just like leave. And when the cat is rubbing herself against you, is actually trying to leave her scent so she can, you know, mark her territory and stuff like that. You know, it's actually the woman who, you know, domesticated the cat. So the cat got her, a part of her personality, okay? And the dog, who domesticated the dog, is mostly men. Notice how men act these days, okay? Notice how men act in general. You know, freaking all gullible, freaking being a lapdog, like freaking, you know, oh, there's a hot woman there. You see what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that, exactly like that. And then men go out hunting. You know, they like to go on trips. They like riding their motorcycles and, you know, being active, being outside all the time. The dog wants to be outside. You know, the dog wants to mate all the time. You know, wants to eat all the time. Freaking happy-go-lucky kind of thing. You know. So that's what it is. I told you before. I told you this before. If you really want to understand, you know, human nature, which is female and male nature, okay, and everything in between. If you study this, you know, don't worry about, you know, what about if he's gay? What about if he's lesbian? If you study real human nature and learn how to observe, if you enhance your analytical observation skills, then, you know, you can find out the truth about homosexuality, the truth about lesbianism, the truth about masculinity, the truth about femininity, by studying what they domesticated, okay? You study animals and cats, their behavior in general, and then you foreshadow that to people, okay? Reverse engineer, like, why is this animal acting like this? Why is this dog acting like this? Why is this cat acting like this? And then now you have a reference point to reverse engineering the process to how people are, how men, how women are back then, okay? How people are, in general are back then, okay? Not just male and not just men and women, but also LGBTQ and all the other people, okay? So learn to reverse engineer the behavior process so you can find out who's telling the truth, the real truth, okay? Because human nature is not going to change, man. It doesn't matter how rich somebody is. It doesn't matter how attractive somebody is, you know? So as much as we consider being rich and being good looking as a quote-unquote shallow, you know, people nowadays are still picking that kind of a person. See what I'm saying? So if they don't like you, the woman doesn't like you, then she doesn't like you. Don't force yourself to her, man. You can get harassment case or something. You see what I'm saying? You can't like game her or something. Oh, game this, pick apart this, or push and pull. You know, it's just gonna create conflict. And if she's already into you, she likes you, she's not gonna give you a hard time. Okay, that's what it is. That's why my experience with women. If a woman likes you, she likes you. Okay, it doesn't matter what the hell you do, she's gonna like you. If she's into you, she's into you. If she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you, man. That's what it is. Like, women are kind of like very highly selective of what they pick. Okay, it's kind of like a fetish. You know what a fetish is? A fetish, you know, a foot fetish. Like, you know how people like, they're like some dudes who like women with long legs. Some women like guys who have a six pack or something like that. You know, that's a fetish. Something that's a fetish. But they will forgo that. Women will forgo that, and I've seen this several times. And you've seen this. You yourself have seen this, and this is true. Okay, this is truth. They will forgo looks. Okay, they'll forgo looks and status, looks and status with money. Okay, how would I say this? LMS. They say LMS, right? They say looks, money, and status. But looks and status, it doesn't really matter to them, okay? It's money. The really money, it indicates security. You know, that's what it is. It indicates security. It indicates comfort. Women want to be comfortable, man. Have you ever noticed that? They're always buying sheets, like, you know, oh, that's not comfortable. I don't want to buy that. You know, I want something that's comfortable. Towels, like soft towels. Oh, like this. Lotions. Smell good fragrance. Oh. Bed Bath and Beyond. Incense. Potpourri. So see what I'm saying? They want to be comfortable, bro. Because women are more easily stressed than us, man. They want comfortable shit. See what I'm saying? So money, if somebody has money, it doesn't matter if it's a freaking George Soros, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a freaking drug addict. It doesn't matter if freaking Donald Trump. You can be the ugliest motherfucking guy. And I just told you this example from my previous video of a freaking quadriplegic who won a case for $50,000, went to the Philippines, and had freaking 25 women lined up. 25 Filipino women lined up for him to choose as his bride. And this guy couldn't fuck for shit. So when he's like, they were like, they told me this story, which is probably true. Like, you know, he had one of his car drivers to hold him while he's fucking this chick, you know. So see what I'm saying? He's fucking quadriplegic. So what happened to him was he basically got into a car accident. He got injured so bad that, you know, they had to cut his freaking legs and his arms and shit. So he's just bedridden, and they carry him all over the place. So, you know, so he hasn't lost function on you know, shitting and peeing or anything like that. But you can talk to him like a person, like, you know, he'd be sitting like this, straight on a chair, but, you know, he couldn't move. I think it's just his limbs are gone. See what I'm saying? So I find that funny, man. He's fucking his car driver has to like hold him up so he can freaking get this woman pregnant or some shit. Like, what the hell, you know? So I mean, I'm telling you, like, that's how far like women are gonna fucking go if you got money, bro. If you ballin', see what I'm saying? It's not just the 50,000 that he got. He also got like freaking guaranteed, you know, of course, the disability payments and shit like that from Social Security. You know, his early retirement shit, you know, his fucking court case kind of there's even more money that he's getting monthly. And the first thing that he did, he got a mansion built in the Philippines, and I'll probably go in there and visit him one of these days. He's kind of like he knows like one of my cousins and shit, so I don't know, maybe freaking check him out and see how he's doing and shit. You see what I'm saying? It'll be an interesting video when I go to the Philippines, right? So, but he's fucking, I don't know what he did with his house. He painted it like yellow or some shit. Like freaking, you know, you gotta change that. You gotta change that. I'm gonna tell him to fucking paint it like, I don't know, like green or something, you know, something manly or some shit, man. Can't be that yellow. Can't be freaking yellow mansion, man. It looks freaking ugly. Ugly as hell. So, you know, so that's how I make my videos. And see what I'm saying? It's sharing with you like real life information and really stuff that your simp dad could have given you. Like, if your dad is not a simp, he would have given you like real life lessons and shit, and, you know, life lessons that could have saved you from being victimized by these stupid sociopaths, these freaking corporate narcissists and shit, you know. But you'll see a theme in my videos, like kind of like having humor here and there, because we can't just be freaking serious all the time, you know. If you're serious all the time, because I know this world is freaking toppling over, it's like falling the hell apart. This world is falling the hell apart, and you're being all negative all the time. It's bad for the health. You know, your health will start failing, and you start being extremely negative and shit like that. Freaking too nihilistic or some shit, you know, becoming a nihilist. You know, it's also unrealistic if you're just like a nihilist and, you know, you're just being negative all the time. That's just adding to your stress, that these NPCs are already giving you stress, and then you're freaking still stressing out. So what we need to do is actually, as a whole, as a collective, as men going our own way, okay? Whether you're in the red pill or the black pill, or whatever pill, the TFL or, MGTOW or whatever. What you need to do is actually just stay away from these people, man. Just do you. They already had the social distancing. Now you got an excuse, okay? They tell you, hey, how come you're not chilling with us? I'm social distancing, okay? Social distancing. Tell them, hey, even if it's not true, tell them, hey, since they're lying to you, okay, freaking lie to them too. Tell them, hey, I think I got the virus, man. Just pretend some shit like that, so you can avoid these fucking covert narcissists, because they're gonna torture you on a daily basis, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna have a fucking field day on this fucking coronavirus shit. They're gonna use this coronavirus shit, to control you, to con and troll you. They're gonna have you fucking on the floor in your freaking knees, like cleaning their fucking floor or some shit. And I've seen people do this shit in the past too. Especially OCD people, man. Oh, OCD people are gonna have a field day on this shit. This is like a freaking Disneyland to them. Oh, wow, God answered my prayers. This virus came in. Now I can control everybody. I can turn them into NPC. You see? I'm telling you, man, freaking just avoid these people. Just tell them, hey, I think I got a case of the virus, man. I don't know, freaking, I couldn't chill with you, man. I couldn't come today, or I couldn't do this, Come up with an excuse and tell them, I'm busy. I decided to write this book or some shit, even if it's not true. I decided to write this book. I decided to do this project. You gotta fake the funk, man, because these people are demons, bro. These people are not like you and me. They're not on their mission in life, They don't have a goal in life and shit. They don't go out there and apply themselves and actually get, receive like real value from their hard work, It's not even hard work what they're doing. They're just like repeating shit. Once they memorize shit, they just fucking do it. They repeat things and then they regurgitate it. That's what it is. That's not understanding. That's not learning. That's not knowledge. How's that knowledge? Knowledge needs leverage. It's supposed to be upgrading you on the way up to success, to early retirement. These motherfuckers are not retiring early. They're not taking trips. Are they taking trips abroad? Are they thinking about going to the Philippines? Are they thinking about going to Asia? Going to Europe? They're not doing things like that, man. They're not vlogging about, reality. They're not vlogging about truth. And they have you thinking like, oh, buy my program, buy my course. Subscribe to me. Oh, donate to me. They're giving you bullshit advice. They're giving you freaking advice that they never tried. They're not even veterans. I'm a fucking veteran and shit, man. I've seen this shit. I've seen the divorce cases happen. That's why I'm so frustrated about, what's happening to America. It's fucking... What really frustrates me even more is not just the recession. It's also like failing relationships. Okay, it's failing relationships because when I got back from Iraq, these dudes, that I went out with on missions, who were actually my brothers, because you develop that relationship. You're close to somebody. You're getting blown the fuck up every fucking day, getting shot at every fucking day, and then his motherfucking wife, calls him on the phone and says, hey, I'm divorcing you. You're gonna feel the hurt because this guy's your brother. See what I'm saying? It's you're all in the same Humvee every fucking day, 24/7, okay? Because the missions is like, hey, we got a mission, man. And it's like fucking 2 a.m. in the morning. You haven't eaten yet. You haven't showered yet. You could be in the middle of a fucking shower and you gotta fucking leave. So you got fucking soap all over your fucking face. You gotta wipe that shit out and fucking jump on the fucking Humvee. Man up and freaking... They're like, oh, man up, man up. They're always talking about man up. And freaking, find the fucking IED. Pull security or some shit like that and go on these convoys or QRF missions. I was doing QRF missions and the fucking convoys and shit. Quick reaction time is a QRF. Which means that, somebody finds, one of the helicopter finds a fucking IED, a fucking roadside bomb. I gotta go there with a fucking bomb disposal team to fucking detonate that fucking shit. That's exactly what I did. It's just one of my jobs out there, So doing that on top of patrols, on top of security fucking towers, security fucking drove some trucks. I'm not even licensed with the fucking trucks, and they got me driving that shit. You learn like this. They want you to learn like this, bro. Like in the fucking army when I was then. If you're enlisted, You know, you don't have any college degree like me. When I got in, they want you learning shit like this. They're gonna use you for everything, every motherfucking thing, man. You're gonna be fucking exhausted like a motherfucker. So you know, that's why people are like, how the fuck do they know all this shit? I'm like, dude, they use me a lot and shit. I'm like the fucking cannon father and shit, you know? Enlisted. I'm a typical fucking enlisted soldier. I'm in the fucking motherfucking front lines. So you mess with me right now, that's fucking, you know, that's why I told you. And fucking officers are very rarely on the fucking front lines. It's us enlisted soldiers that are in the front lines all the damn time. So you know, this MGTOW shit is real back then, man. You know, they might have not called it MGTOW back then, but this MGTOW thing is real. You know, going your own way is real. The black pill is real. The red pill is real. And the blue pill, the fucking motherfucking soy boy blue pill is motherfucking real, man. Because that's the way they brainwash you. That's the way they taught you in life in the very beginning. You know, it is even gonna come out with this coronavirus shit. Like every time there's like a level of fear coming out in the media. In the media, you can tell who the hell is a real man from a faggot, like faking it, from a soy boy, faking the funk, trying to make you believe that he's a real man, but when he's not, you know. Just because somebody has money, just because somebody's rich, it doesn't make him a man. I don't believe that shit. You know, it doesn't make him a man, shit. Just because somebody's fucking driving a Ferrari, it doesn't make him a man. You know, that's not my definition of